welcome to the debate. Stop looking for a greeting, look for the bug in your operating system. You believe in linear, infinite growth on a finite planet. That is an optimism. It's a calculation error. Today, we're auditing the civilization loop theory, the idea that humanity rises and falls in cycles. But let's be very clear. This is not a ghost story. It's a risk management audit.
I think I come at it from a different place. This isn't just an audit. It's the ultimate historical mystery. I mean, we have pyramids built with impossible precision, maps of Antarctica before the ice, these myths of Atlantis shared across totally unconnected cultures. It suggests we're amnesiacs, living in the ruins of giants. It's romantic, it's terrifying, and
the physical evidence tells a much, much colder story. So the central question is this: why does the mere existence of oil under our feet prove that our current economic model is, in fact, a suicide pact?
That's quite a leap. But okay, if we're looking at the evidence, the loop suggests we aren't the first, right? Maybe we're just the latest to reach this particular height before the inevitable fall.
Impossible. If a high-tech an industrial civilization existed 100,000 years ago, we wouldn't be having this conversation because the fuel tank would be empty. Oil takes millions of years to form. When we kicked off the Industrial Revolution, we found the easy oil, shallow, pressurized, ready to burn. Think of it like a cookie jar. If anyone had been in the kitchen before us with high-tech machines, that jar would be empty. The fact that we found full tanks proves we're the first to burn the planet's capital.
I'm sorry, I just don't buy that. You're assuming they use the same dirty fuel we do. That's the entire basis for the leapfrog theory. What if the ancients possessed a clean super technology? We don't see soot in the ice cores, no plastic layers in the rock because maybe they used instant fusion or anti-gravity or some harmony-based power source we just don't understand yet. They could have been high-tech and clean.
That is a fantasy. You cannot have cleaned super technology without the dirty industrial stairs you have to climb to reach it. You don't get nuclear fusion without first mining steel and burning coal to build the reactor. It's like starting an RPG at level 1 with the final boss's armor. It doesn't happen. But fine, let's entertain your delusion. Let's say they were perfectly clean. Do you know what clean means in physics? It means low energy density. It means fragile.
Fragile? How is being in harmony with nature fragile?
Because nature is violent. A civilization that relies solely on surface flows, wind, water, solar, it lacks the raw horsepower to alter its environment in any significant way. So if a meteor targets them or the climate shifts rapidly, they die. They leave no trace because they had no capacity to resist the planet's mood swings. That is the energy paradox. The ancients, if they even existed, died because they were too clean. They were weak against external shocks.
Stop right there. Okay, even if the ancients were too weak, we have the exact opposite problem. We're dirty, yes. We have high energy, but we can use that brute force to escape. We don't have to sit here and wait for the meteor or the resource collapse. We are building rockets. We can colonize Mars. We can use our dirty power to break the loop by leaving Earth behind.
That is a logical fallacy. You're confusing escape with metastasis. Space is the ultimate closed system. There is no outside to dump your waste in a spaceship or a Martian dome. If you export our current take, make, waste economic OS to Mars, you don't get a colony, you get a tomb. You will suffocate in your own entropy within weeks.
But we can engineer our way out of that, surely. It's just a matter of better filtration and efficiency.
It is a thermodynamic impossibility under our current economic operating system. Look at our economy. We take resources, make products, and then we dump waste. It's a straight line. If you try to run a linear take, make, waste economy inside a sealed Martian dome, you will turn that habitat into a toxic oven. You cannot export a trash-producing culture to a sealed bottle and expect to survive.
You're painting a corner with no exit. So if the clean civilizations get wiped out by meteors because they're too weak, and the high-energy civilizations wipe themselves out with their own pollution and exhaustion, what is left? Is there any path that doesn't end in extinction?
There is only one path, level 3, high energy plus closed-loop circulation.
Explain.
We need the massive energy output of a modern industrial society, nuclear, solar arrays, fusion, to defend against meteors and to travel the stars. But that energy must drive a system that recycles atoms with 100% efficiency. Circular capitalism is not an ethical choice. It's a physics requirement for space travel.
So we have to fix the operating system here on Earth just to earn the ticket to Mars?
Precisely. The linear economy is a cancer. You cannot act like a cancer and expect to survive in a sealed system. We must fix the mechanism on Earth to create a valid survival ticket. If we do not transition to circularity immediately, this audit ends in liquidation. There is no other option.
That is a heavy verdict.
Gravity is heavy. Physics does not care about your feelings. We transition or we close the loop the hard way.